Hello everyone, I would like to greet you with the Islamic greeting of Assalamu alaikum. May God's peace be with you all. My name is Khurram Rafiq and I am a trustee on the Redbridge Faith Forum, and I also serve as an Imam in the Ilford Islamic Center. I would like to share a few thoughts with you regarding how our Muslim faith and community are helping with the cost of living crises. A theme chosen this year by the Redbridge Faith Forum for Interfaith Week. Cost of living has affected all, regardless of faith, creed, or belief. Some people have been affected more than others, but without a doubt, faith and belief helps people persevere through hardships and gives hope to many in times of difficulties. For the Muslim community, all types of hardships and ease are a test from God, and He alone has the power to remove the adversity and bring about prosperity, whether directly or indirectly through particular means. Therefore, Muslims must completely rely upon God in all circumstances and situations. This concept of reliance is known as tawakkul in Islam, and it is a very powerful concept. It allows a person to completely put their trust in Allah, believing that He is all-knowing about their state and affairs, and will eventually open the doors of peace and serenity for them, despite there being a greater wisdom in its delay. Allah repeatedly promises in the Holy Quran, "And surely after hardship there shall be ease. And whoever relies upon God, He shall make matters easy for them." In another verse, God says, "And whoever is conscious of God, He shall give them an exit from hardship and grant them sustenance from places they would not expect. And whoever relies upon God, then He is sufficient for them, and He indeed shall accomplish His purpose." Tawakkul also helps a Muslim remain steadfast upon the belief that God has taken responsibility of the provisions and livelihood of all people, and whatever portion has been allocated for them during their lifetime, they shall receive it all before their death. As the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "Indeed, the provisions of a person seek him just as death seeks him. So it is not possible for a person to die until he has not received the last provision that was written for him." And he, the Prophet, advised, "Act decently in seeking your provisions, for everyone will be provided for whatever was created for him. So seek the lawful and abandon the unlawful," i.e., do not turn to stealing, deceiving, or cheating. Part of reliance in God and putting trust in one's faith requires that people take practical steps, strive and take all necessary measures, then leave the results to Allah. This is demonstrated by the Prophet in his answer to a question when he was asked, "O Prophet, should we tie our camel and trust in God, or shall we leave it untied and rely upon God?" He replied instantly, "Tie your camel and then trust in God." Therefore, in order to help us through this current crisis, one must practically ensure they are making the right choices in managing and balancing their costs and not spending irresponsibly, whilst at the same time helping those who are vulnerable and in need. Allah says in the Holy Quran, "Eat and drink and do not be wasteful, as God does not love those who waste." And He also says, "Give to the relative his right, as well as the poor and the wayfarer, and do not be extravagant in spending. Indeed, the squanderers of wealth are the devil's brethren." God says, if you hold back from helping the needy because you are awaiting mercy from God, i.e., you require assistance yourself, then speak kindly to the poor, but do not completely restrain your hands to your neck, acting miserly, nor extend it fully that you become dejected and insolvent. As well as advising to spend moderately, one of the aims of Islamic teachings is to remove greed and develop contentment within a Muslim for what they do or do not have. This consequently helps one not to become overwhelmed by the hardships and difficulties of costs. As the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, he said, "Richness does not lie in the abundance of wealth, but rather it lies in the contentment of the heart." Similarly, he said, "Wealth is in the heart and poverty is in the heart. Whoever is wealthy in his heart will not be harmed no matter what happens in the world, and whoever is impoverished in his heart will not be satisfied no matter how much he possesses of the world." Hence, to maintain strong throughout this crisis and support others to remain steadfast, all communities, including Muslims, are not only giving spiritual counsel, but are actively trying to navigate and assist others in their own ways to overcome this challenge together. Without a doubt, places of worship play a key role in educating, imparting advice, community assistance, giving charity, arranging food banks, and most of all, reassuring that there will be an emergence from this emergency. I pray that God helps us through the cost of living crises and provides us assistance in order to fulfill our basic needs and necessities, and removes all adversities from those suffering from poverty and hardship. Thank you for listening. May God bless you all. Wa alaikum assalam. May God's peace be with you.